Okay, so this is Anson and this is my PaintBot. So I have the four colors red, blue, light gray, and green. Those are the four buttons that I've made. And then they have the camera button that moves it to the camera, the canvas, and then a subtract button and the addition button to make the dots bigger, and the clear button to clear whatever you have on your screen. This is the camera. This is where the camera button goes to, and this is the tiny dB is where the the picture that's taken is stored. And then these four are what shows is what makes it. It's the buttons that change colors. For example, it's red, and then it goes blue, and then it goes light gray and green. So what it does is when I click red, it sets the canvas paint color to red, and then if I click gray, it changes the paint color to gray, and that's what it does. And this one is initialized the dot size to 5, so this is what 5 looks like. So when the addition button is clicked, the dot size is one is added. So this gets what the global dot size is, and then +1 adds one more value to that size, and then it sets what that +1 is, and then it takes that and it labels it. So for example, right now it's 5, and now it's 6, and it's slightly bigger. And the minus sign is basically the same thing, but I have it so that if whatever it is, -1 is equal to 0, then it resets it to 5, because in this case, it could be 2, which is pretty small, and then 1, which is even smaller. But if it's 0, it won't actually make a dot size, so when it's 1 minus 1, it's obviously equal to 0. So then it resets the global dot size to 5, which is what it does. So it never reaches 0, and then it can't, so it can always make color. Now this part is where it tracks when you make a line of sorts. And this is obviously when you clear the canvas. It's obvious. This one draws a circle, and this one draws a line. And these are the camera buttons, but since this is on an emulator, it can't actually take pictures. So that is what I've done with the PaintBot. That's it. That's it. That, that's it. Yep. And I actually forgot to add this, but when you take a picture, it sets the canvas to whatever it was the camera just took, and it also tags whatever you just took as picture, and also stores that value in your DB1. So it'll be there, but it's only temporary, and it won't actually be stored in your hard drive. So that's another thing to watch out for. So it doesn't actually stick with your app because it's not permanent.